guys ever wonder how the Red House started? Well, guess what? Now you don't have to anymore.
Batman, so fly that you mad at yourself. You the one who got the juice. City crying for your help.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Red Kiwiz, bringing you guys a new Modern Warfare 2 video, and we're just gonna be, that's just kind of gonna be the background, because today I'm gonna be telling you guys the story of how the Red Reserve house came to be, how I came to move into this house, and how we got everybody here to move in. And it's actually not really a difficult story. It's actually kind of crazy. Like, when we tell people this, they don't believe it. Like, they're like, no, there's no way. Like, what? When we tell people, some people are just like, dude, you guys are crazy. Like, you guys are just insane. So I think it was like November of 2015, whenever Black Ops 3 like had just came out and people were, you know, playing that game. This is when like Scarce was still a leader in Red, like Red Scarce, like Scarce, the guy you all know. You guys probably didn't know that he was a leader of Red at one point, but he actually was. Him and Formula used to lead the team together, and they were like really good friends at one time. And I mean, they're still good friends. It's just they don't talk as much as they used to because, you know, Scarce is doing his own thing now. So one day we were all on a Skype call and we were playing Black Ops 3. Like, we were trying to trick shot. I think I was with Vox and Sean, and we were doing this whole Red Reserve live stream marathon thing on Twitch. And I think Scarce or Formula just brought up the idea, like, as a joke, as a complete joke, like not even being serious. Hey guys, we should get a Red Reserve house, you know, because the FaZe house was the thing. And we were all like, dude, that would actually be sick if we could do that. Like, and we were thinking of all the possibilities, like who would be in the house and like what we would do. And Scarce would always say, yeah, well, I'll make it happen, don't worry. But he never really put any initiative to actually make it happen. I mean, it's just how it was. And we would always just talk about this idea of getting a house and stuff. But, you know, it was just kind of like, at that point, it wasn't like reality. It wasn't like, yeah, let's get a house. It was just like us kind of fantasizing about the idea of getting a house and stuff. It wasn't like actually us like getting one. We just like to talk about it because it sounded cool and stuff. So fast forward like half a year later, maybe even more. It's about to be the summer of 2016, right? It's like a little bit before the summer. It's not, I'd say it's like March or April or something. I don't even know what month it would be. But me and Formula became really good friends because Formula needed help running the whole Red Reserve channel, and I was able to help him out and stuff because I kind of enjoyed that kind of stuff, and I also wanted to see Red do really good on YouTube. So I helped Formula out, and we were doing a lot of stuff together. We were playing a lot of H1Z1 together, and we just started talking a lot more. Like, we would talk every day, all day, and we would just talk about Red and like what we can do to make it better and like other things like that. I forget how it happened. I don't remember what the conversation was or how it came to be or anything, but we went back to the idea of a Red Reserve house. It was just gonna be me and Formula at the very beginning, and we didn't know who was gonna be in it because me and Formula didn't really talk to much people outside of just us, you know what I mean? Like, we would talk to some people in Red, but it wasn't like anybody that we thought would fit the Red Reserve house. All right, well, who should we recruit? And then we started looking at, okay, so who's the biggest names in Red Reserve at the moment? At the time, it was me, Formula, Gandhi, and Random. So we messaged Random at like 4 in the morning. I remember this. Me and Formula were playing H1Z1. Formula messages Random. He's like, yo, you down for a call right now? And Random probably thought he was getting like kicked or some shit. I don't know what he thought, but it was like at like 4 in the morning. It was so late. Random just picks up the call, and this is the first time I think I've ever talked to Random, actually. Like, this, I never really talked to Random before. I didn't really know him or anything. Formula was like, all right, yo, what's up, dude? So we're thinking about getting this house, and we wanted you to move in with us. What do you think? And Random was like so excited. He was so happy. He was like, yes, I'll do it. That sounds awesome. Like, it was such an easy thing. Like, I didn't believe it was that easy. Like, it was actually crazy how easy it was to get Random to be in the house. Because apparently it was always like a dream of his and stuff. Same with me. Like, I always thought living in a gaming house would be like one of the coolest things ever. So Random was like, hell yeah, I'll join in. Like, that sounds awesome. And then we were like, okay, so now we got Random. So who else are we gonna get? And then Formula did the same thing with Gandhi. And I forget exactly what happened with Gandhi. I don't know if I was in the call. I might have been. I don't remember. But basically, Gandhi had just graduated high school, so we knew he was like a perfect fit. He's not going to school anymore. That was also one of the main things that has to go into like who can get a house and stuff, because if they're still in school or not, or if they're going to college. And Gandhi had just graduated high school, so we knew it would be a good time to ask him because he was one of the biggest names in Red with a fan base. And he said that he wasn't too sure, that he would have to ask his parents. I think that was like his main reaction. Like, he wanted to. He thought it was a cool idea, and that he just graduated, and that he doesn't know if he's going to be going to school or not, and you know, all this kind of stuff. And I honestly felt like we weren't going to get Gandhi to move into the house, but I think like a day or two later, he asked his mom and stuff, and he made the decision to not go to school and to do the Red House. I think his reasoning was because this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity to be able to live in a gaming house and to pursue YouTube and make it your job and stuff. So Gandhi tells Formula that he's down, right? So he's completely down. Now the whole process is to find the house. Like to actually get a house. Now that is the most complicated thing ever. I think it was like in April where we all decided to agree on it, and we all wanted to move in by June because that was the beginning of the summer. We all felt like that would be the best time to, you know, everybody just to move in. So we didn't know how to get a house. We didn't know how any of that worked. So all we did was go on Zillow.com and we just searched for houses. For some reason we picked Florida. I don't know why. None of us live by Florida, and it was just, I don't know. We just thought it would be a good place to do it. We got really lucky and we got right in Orlando, and this location we're in right now is so beast. Like, I'm so happy to be in this location. It is so nice. There's everything we need around here, but we were constantly talking to multiple real estate agents over the phone and trying to figure out, you know, who is actually going to take 4 kids who have never moved in or had an apartment or anything by themselves. We had absolutely no credit or anything, like, and it was hard to provide proof of income because everything's over YouTube, and it's just so weird explaining to a real estate agent, especially when you're 4 young kids trying to get a house. Like, most of them get spooked and they're like, okay, well, what the hell? And it was a constant trial and error, and we were constantly trying to find a house that we could be able to sign, and it was a long and complicated process, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, but we found this one house and it was perfect. It was in the perfect location, which is this house, and we call up the real estate agent, you know, we figure everything out, and we somehow get approved. I don't know how we get approved, but they were like, you know what? Let's go. Let's give them a chance. And we literally just got this house. It felt like it was just like, okay, let's get it. Dude, I don't even know. It was weird. It felt like my life changed overnight the second I signed that paper, because then it became a reality that I was actually moving out. Like, it became this thing to where it was like a joke to where we were actually doing it. We had never met each other before in real life. I didn't really talk to Gandhi or Random at all before we moved in together. Like so in a way it was kind of a risk, because, you know, what if we didn't get along, or like, what if, you know, I just didn't like being around them or whatever, you know what I mean? But it actually turned out perfect, and we all get along super well, and we're all basically best friends, and we all want to do things together. Like, when one of us is left out doing something, we actually get pissed off. Like, if somebody goes and gets food without the other person, they get pissed. Or if somebody goes and sees a movie without another person, like, we all got to do it together, you know what I mean? Even laundry, we all do it together. And when I tell people that, like, when I go to get a haircut or something, and the stylist is like asking me all these questions, and I explain to them like our whole situation, she thinks we're fucking crazy. Or when I tell my family, you know, the whole story, they all think I'm fucking crazy. But what happened, and it changed my life for the better, and I'm having a blast. Red Reserve has grown like 300 times, and I'm doing this as a job. Like, it's beast. Like, we have an esports team. Red Reserve is an organization now. Like, dude, it's just unbelievable. Like, I don't even know what to say. Who would have thought? You know what I mean? Like, who the hell would have thought? Now, you guys are probably wondering, well, how does Nick come into play? Like, where does Nick come in? You know what I mean? We actually had 2 free rooms. We had one guest room downstairs that nobody ever used, and it was kind of just sitting there. And we also had Raves' room, which is upstairs. It's kind of a guest bedroom at the moment. But Raves stayed for like 3 months at a time, and he would go back for a month, and then he would come back for 3 months. But then I remember he had to go back because he couldn't be in the US anymore because of his visa or something. I forget what it was. And we first met Nick when he came down in Orlando in the summer of 2016, when we had just first moved in. Nick came down for the MLG event with a bunch, and we like really clicked with Nick, and we thought Nick was really cool. So we decided to invite him over again in October to kind of just visit and see, you know, if we thought he would be a good house member. And we all got along with Nick like super well. So we decided, you know what, we're just gonna ask him to move in. I think Formula gave him the question. Nick ended up moving in like right around January, like right by my birthday, I'm pretty sure. Nick drove down here from all the way from Wisconsin. He ended up moving in. Like, since then we've all just been beasting it together on YouTube and just having a good time and just living our lives and growing Red and just doing what we do. So that's the story of how the Red Reserve house came to be. And I mean, anything's possible. Like, if you were to tell me in like 2014 or 2015 that I would be moving into a gaming house, I would have been like, what are you even talking about? It all happened so fast, completely changed my life, to be completely honest with you. Basically, the thing to look at it is just kind of just do what you want to do and pursue what you want to do, because eventually you'll get there. If that's all you focus on, if that's all you put your heart and soul into, and that's all you literally do in your life, you will get there. So that's basically my takeaway from this. Now you guys know the whole story of how the Red Reserve House became a thing. So now you can tell your friends and your grandma and your dog, and yep, there you go. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, then definitely make sure to drop a like. I hope you guys are enjoying the multi-cod, and if you aren't, well, then I don't know what to tell you. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to check out the previous videos that are about to pop up on the screen. Subscribe if you're new, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy Red Kiwiz, and I'm out.